coming to us. She lives in the Minneapolis area now.
Thank you, Adeline. I just told her I hate mics because I have such a loud voice and I always echo clear all over every place. So. You know what Bishop Pedersen did this morning? He stole my words. And that's happened to me before, and that's my problem. So. But I just found as we were sitting at the table having lunch, as past presidents, that I am the oldest. I don't know what that means. But I found being in my 80s is pretty good, so I'm doing okay. I have always said that being a part of the women's organization has been the growing edge of my spiritual life. And as I stand here and I look out over this crowd and see all those familiar faces that have given me the hugs that I always got, and I'm seeing a lot of new faces that I don't know. And to me, that's the hope of who we are, that you will continue as women of the ELCA here in northern Wisconsin. And so, as I think about that, I realize that my life has been touched by women like you. But in doing that, I had to remove the walls of my box that I once lived in and stepped out boldly to new experiences that God had in store for me. And sometimes stepping out boldly is not always easy. And so at this anniversary gathering, my story today has to start when I sat as a district president from Wisconsin on the national board for women in the ALCW. We as presidents met as leaders from the ALC, the LCA, and the AELC. And our task was to frame what we were going to be as women of the ELCA, because it was at the time of the merger. I can tell you, there were many, many long, tense meetings. We often sat as ALC, LCA, and AELC. There were long night discussions. There was a time of giving and taking as we worked on constitutions, goals, purpose statement, and that list could go on and on. And there were many, many changes as time went on. But then we were able to discover God's grace as He wove us together in a new fabric, a new identity, but the same message of His love, His grace, and His forgiveness. And so that's when the song, Weave, Weave, Weave Us Together, that you might remember. Weave us together in love. I sat on the transition team for Region 5, serving with an LCA woman, because we had to be an ALC and an LCA person, as we worked, and our task was to help the regions, Region 5 women, form their constituting conventions. And so that was a different experience, because we had Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin. I did some traveling at that time. And then I come to the part where Esther Bingay, who was LCA from Clear Lake, Wisconsin, I was the ALC, and we chaired the Constituting Convention as it was held in Menominee, and now known as the Northern Wisconsin Synod. And here we are, 25 years later. And as Bishop Pedersen said this morning, still in transition. All of us are in transition. My life is definitely in transition right now. But my only words that I can think of are, I'm grateful for what has been and what will be, led by the Spirit. Thank you. It's been a wonderful time. I had to have 4 people at my house taking care of my husband in order for me to get here. It takes 4 to do me.
And our next person is Ardela Littlefield.
Thank you, and hello, everyone.